redemptions to be made here.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode, and we are here today and we're going to show you guys how to install all this gear. So what do we got here? We've got GME XRS Connect full drive pack, and that just comes with two antennas. It comes with a low range, this beast here, and it also comes with a medium, I think it's a medium range or high range antenna, UHF. We've also got the bonnet to suit from the Pirate CampCo, and we're also going to install the Stedi switch panel for the Ford, the Raptor, with these push button switches. So we've got this one here is a rear diff lock. Oh no, sorry, front diff lock. That's a light bar for the roof, and that's a UHF plug, and that's a winch. So I'll show you actually, guys, where this thing sits. So this is it here. Up under here, there's like these little holes. I don't know if you can see. Let's see if you can get under there. It's a bit dark, but little holes there. You can it just pushes up, and it's a nice little fit there. Doesn't hang too low, which is what we wanted. So nice and easy as well for when I install the UHF in here. I can just plug it straight into the Stedi switch panel. So yeah, I think we're going to throw that aerial mount bracket there for the bonnet, and then we'll wire this up with the antenna on, get this all hooked up inside the cab, install the switch panel and all these buttons, push buttons here, and we should be good to go. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to install is this Stedi switch panel. It's actually quite easy. Literally, it's just this piece of molded plastic. You guys can see. See these little clips here that clip up under the center console bit here. And then that's pretty much it, hey. By the looks of it, should I put the plugs in? Let's open up these plugs first. So we're going to open up this winch one here. Cool push button, nice design. So that'll just plug in. Not sure which order I'm going to put these in. Maybe we go light bar, front locker, winch. Yep, so there we've got one. The light bar next. Pop him off. Nice and easy. Comes with wiring instructions as well, which I'm assuming won't be too complicated. So your wiring diagram, it just shows you 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right there. If you can see. And it just tells you vehicle ground, relay, earth ground, source, and the dash light. So ground to the vehicle, obviously. Connect your relay accessories, which is blue on Stedi harness. And then black on the Stedi harness, which is your earth ground source. Connect to the source with an inline fuse. White, which is the white cable, and then the looks like a red, yep, red cable. Dash light on, and it needs to be connected to dash light circuit to be on when your dash lights are active. Pretty simple. Little instructions there. Plug this one in. Plug him in first, so we just plug him in like that. Click. Plug that one in. Up next, we've got the UHF plug. Got in. So this one's just a plug, doesn't need any cables at all, because it'll just plug straight in. Last but not least, we have the frontal locker. That should be coming soon. Pop him in like that. So that's what it looks like, guys. Then all your wires just behind it there, ready to be wired up. Pretty much it sits under like that, and then just gets clipped up just like this, and then boom. Nice and sleek design, that one. I did see another one. It had 7 switches. I was gonna buy it, but it just looked a bit too big for under here. There was another one like that, but it was a 7 switch panel. Kind of looked a little bit too big, it's a bit too low. Can't really get your hands and stuff under there because there's a wireless charging mat there and a USB cable down the back, so might get a little bit annoying having that there, but we might try it one day just to test it out, just to see which one is actually better, because I do prefer having 7 switch panel instead of the 4, but if the 4 is obviously more slimmer, and it looked more slimmer, way slimmer than the other one. But if it was somehow designed that it didn't interfere with wireless car charging mat and the USB, you can get your hand under there, and you know, it might be good. But we'll see. We might purchase that on a later date and do a test fit video and see how it goes. Might be good, might not be, but yeah, just to give you guys a review on it. So on to the next install is the aerial bonnet mount bracket for UHF. So we've got the aerial bonnet mount bracket from Pirate CampCo. Yeah, guys. For the UHF, so we're just going to install that on the bonnet. Be pretty easy install. It did come with a bag of lollies, and I probably already ate them before. I will have to take you over to my tools so I can show you guys. I'll have to get a whoa. So all the King Chrome gear from my tradie days. So we'll probably, it looks like maybe it might be a 13 mil. I think that's a 13. We'll go have a look, eh? See how. Oh, look at that. First pop. I'll just set you guys up here. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Should be nice and easy. I'm pretty sure the bracket just goes up under this. Just goes up under these, under this bonnet mount. Probably one of the things when you first get a full drive, and especially if you're going out on the beach and on the tracks, is to get UHF. I didn't get one straight away, but I've got one now, so much easier to have when I'm talking to the blokes over the radio. Stuck, or you could just quickly jump on the CB and just go say hello and stuff, just talk some shit. Doesn't have to be used out on the tracks, could be used on the everyday driving, or to let the fellas know something's going on. You know what I mean, you guys know what I mean. Okay, so we got this bracket here. You can see this. That's where it's going to sit, and it's just one like that, and then on this other side it's just going to sit kind of like that. So we'll just throw it up like this. It's pretty easy, simple install. You can't really fuck it up. If you do, I'd like to see the video if you did somehow stuff it up, but make sure they're nice and tight. Boom. All right, done deal. So that's it. There, you can see, and it just sits, boom, like that. So, and then the antenna obviously goes up. That angle determines the angle of the antenna set when the bonnet's open. I have seen mirror mounted I have seen mirror mounted aerial brackets, but I'm not really, I don't think I'm a fan of them. Bonnet one's probably the way to go. I did want to make my own tub mounted one, but I decided not to go that way because I'll probably end up making my own tub rack and then I'll get a rooftop tent and stuff, so it'll probably just get in the way. But if I wasn't going to have a rooftop tent and stuff like that, I probably would have made my own bracket for the back, because I think that it just looks cool on the back, just near the window there. If I didn't have this roll bar, I could have like had it like here somewhere, straight up here. Open this bad boy up, throw the aerial on there and wire it up, I guess. So what do we get in this pack? I'll show you guys. Heavy duty it is. It's quite solid though. You got the actual UHF itself, and the little box comes in, so that'll just plug straight from this bad boy into the back of this. We find somewhere to place that, and then there'll be just a connector that goes straight from that into this bad boy. Whoops. And then there'll be a little extension which we'll use from this. So what we got here, so we got the antenna, this little pin goes straight to the back of this. That just looks like a socket to socket UHF. That looks like the magnetic holder for the actual radio. Wiring, so it just tells you how to wire it up, don't stuff it up. That's another plug to plug. It looks like it just plugs into the back of this. Yeah, so what we'll do is this straight into the back. So this one, aerial, straight into the back of this box. With this, along with this. And then this one will plug straight into this box, into the back of the Stedi switch panel. And then on the front of the Stedi switch panel, we will put this bad boy. Copy, yeah, we got him, let's go. Yeah, so that'll just go straight into the front of that Stedi switch panel there. And then we'll mount that holder somewhere. So it's all nice and sleek and not in the way and ready to go. So here we are. Just going to throw this bad boy on. Just took the little protector off, little plastic, so it doesn't get damaged, thread doesn't get damaged. But this will be nice and easy, this one. Just let that one slide and bring you guys straight over here. It's alright, that'll do. Still see, it's just a bit of an angle. So this lot of wiring will go just under here. This little cable slip through that slot. Nice and easy. Just feed it on, whichever way you want to put it. And just wind it on, make sure it's pushed up all the way, so it's as far as up as it can go. And then we'll just grab a ring spanner. So we'll come over here, I'll show you guys my little collection here. Whoa. Mate, it looks like it might be 19 maybe, we'll see. One spot. Oh, yeah, it's go. It's pretty solid now. Just give you a quick look at what it looks like. That's with the bonnet open. Cable down there. Set him all up, wire him all up, put that through the firewall, earth it, put a fuse to the battery, and then one to the ignition. And yeah, should be good to go. Just run the antenna cable, UHF cable. Show you guys. So I just run it through the firewall. I don't know, I kind of like, you know, going that little bit further with things to make it look super tidy, so it's like all factory. So yeah, I've just punched a hole through the little rubber boot where all the cables and stuff run through to the ECU, and yeah, so I just poked a hole through that, run the cable through. It was actually harder than expected, but got it through. And now I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to run this yeah, positive and negative cable that runs to the also to the back of the GME box that powers it up. So I've just zippy tied. I'm going to nip them off in a sec, but I'm just going to zippy tie it just to pull it through the first little bit. So I'm going to pull this black cable, which is your UHF, the antenna cable, back through the firewall, and it's going to pull these positive and negative cables through with it, hopefully without stuffing up the little wires at the end there, and then I can pull this through, and that goes to your battery, and then I'll just pull this back through once it's all hooked up. I'll crimp some things onto here, some terminals and stuff, so I can just put it so nice and neat onto the battery. Alright guys, so we've just successfully pulled the wires through with the aerial cable. So I'll show you guys. I'll get a better, some light down there, so you can just see. Probably have to dim this a bit. You can see I pulled it through the boot there with the aerial cable attached to it with the zip tie. And now I'm just literally, you can see, just pulling it with it, and it's coming. So once it's pulled up into position, which it's far enough out so you can grab it now, just cut the zip tie off it, and then you should be free to pull this guy as far as you want until it's ready. And then you can just literally, if you don't have two people, probably tie this around something, zip tie, and then pull your aerial cable back through. So I'll just have this running along this side bit here, and then one to the positive, one to the negative, and just pull it seamlessly up through along here, and then one to the positive, which is this side, and then one to the negative. And you can also power the, I think it's the positive to accessory on fuse. So when you turn the car off, it's still powered on by something that's always on, like something like an interior light or something like that. Something that doesn't need to be turned, like, sorry, something when the car's turned off, it can still operate. You could just use, yeah, like I just said, like an interior light, your hazards or something like that. So, but I'm probably gonna wire mine to have it turn on when the car's ignition is on, and then when it's off, it won't operate. But I could just change it whenever, really. It'd be pretty simple. But yeah, we'll show you guys in a sec what the end product is when I pull this cable through the firewall. So it's all wired up now, ready to go. So I'll show you guys what I did with the wiring once I pulled it through the firewall. So as you probably can see, down here there's a rubber boot. I pulled it through here. That's for the actual antenna cable, and I've just zip tied it to one of these hard pipes here so she doesn't move. And it just goes up under here, and then it's all mounted nice and sturdy. That's that part, that's pretty easy. I was going to go and drill a hole through this plastic and feed it through this, but kind of already pulled the cable through, and then I thought of that after. I was like, actually that would be a pretty cool idea. Make it like nice and neat, I guess, a bit more professional looking, and then if you wanted to, you could run some of that conduit protector stuff over it to help it not get damaged and stuff like that. So all your other cable for the positive and the negatives. So that's the other cable I've pulled through the firewall with the antenna cable. So like I said before, you can have negative and a positive straight to your battery terminals. So if you have it hooked straight to your battery terminals on your positive and your negative, that means the UHF will turn on when the car's not on, so you can have it running all the time. You just got to remember to turn it off, otherwise it could possibly drain your battery. If you always forget to turn things off, you can have it like what I've got it set up at the moment. So that's just negative, run straight to your negative, crimp the wire, put it on the top of the battery terminal, and then you can go down to your auto parts store. I just went to local auto barn and show you, they've got these pretty cool things, saves you cutting into wires and stuff like that. They've got like these mini, let's see if I can pull it out. Might be a bit stuck in there. You might be able to see. Twin fuse mini blade. I've just got it hooked up to accessory on, and then you just put your GME UHF radio fuse in here, and it uses the same circuit. Just literally plug it in like that. And then what I've done is I've cut, you can see, I've cut a little notch out to run the cable through the back because it's exposed because of the cable. Otherwise when you put the cover on your fuse box in the engine compartment, it'll just get crushed. So I've just cut a little notch out so I might be able to see it. This bit here, and it just goes straight into the back here. So it's all fully sealed still. It's just got a little notch taken out. And I'll just probably put it like a little rubber grommet over it, just to seal it off to make it extra tight so no water can get in there, because you don't really want water getting in there. Be a bad time. And then pretty much, let's go into the CAD. So, set, this is all set. So I've got it plugged into the switch panel, like I said. I've mounted the magnetic holder on the side there for now. That's probably the best place to put it. I was going to try and run it somewhere else, easy, accessible, but nowhere seems to fit that description yet. Needs to be flat surface too, because it's flat on the sticky side. And then I've just run the cable, so that'll just be it. That plug run all the way back under here. Let's get in here, and I've just mounted it up there, out of the way. So I've run all the cables underneath the glove box there, all the way up here, and then through here. So it's nice and neatly tucked away. So she's on now, doing a scan. Accessories on, so it doesn't need to be, the car doesn't actually need to be on for it to work. That's the way I've wired it up, accessory on for when the car's just want to have the radio on and not actually have it running. But yeah, that's basically it. Let's turn it off. Done. The magnetic holder for these is a game changer. Way better than the other little clip mounts. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate the support. Thanks for liking and commenting and subscribing, and more videos incoming soon. Some more content. We're going for some 4-drive trips soon too with the boys. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.